Hello, we are Sec 3 Global Perspective students, and for our course, we aim to tackle the issue of teenage drug abuse. So what is drug abuse? Drug abuse is the habitual taking of illegal drugs or of prescription drugs over the prescribed dosage. The thought that your child or student may be abusing illegal substances may seem far-fetched, but in reality, this problem is pervasive within the adolescent community. 6% of American 12th graders say they use marijuana every day. And despite the fact that many teens are already educated about this issue, it is still very much a problem within our society. So now, we have taken a different approach to tackling this issue by addressing you, the parents and the teachers. We hope the video will effectively teach you to 1. Spot a teenager that is abusing or at risk of abusing drugs. 2. Help a teenager to stop and recover from drug abuse. And 3. How to prevent a teenager from abusing these substances. We hope you enjoy.
Now, before we begin, we'd like to share with you the reasons of drug abuse. According to a government-conducted survey in Hong Kong during 2014 of 2,000 to 3,000 students who have once taken drugs, statistics show that 55% of this group did drugs out of peer pressure. Other popular reasons for drug use were stress, depression, boredom, and curiosity. A representative of Kelly's Support Group, a nonprofit organization specializing in peer support and mentorship programs, suggests that these figures are consistent with attitudes of young people today. She also comments that these students might take drugs multiple times because of the aforementioned reasons, creating a habit that might become an addiction, which is a serious issue.
Biological consequences of drug abuse differ, depending on the body type of the abuser and the type of drug abused. Regarding mood and actions, consequences depend on the abuser's personality. Drugs can cause violence, fights, confusion, and irrational acts. Socially, drug abuse can severely scar one's reputation. Being caught with drugs can result in $1 million as fine and 7 years of jail time for people above the age of 18. This gives the drug user a criminal record which can affect future job opportunities and cause expulsion from school. How can you spot teenagers who are abusing drugs? Actions are personal to themselves. Each person reacts differently, but based on observation, a teenager who is acting too sad or too happy might be suspicious, and you can check up on them, how they are doing. Behavior is a key factor in spotting teenage drug abuse. Acting unlike their usual self.
Teens refuse to admit that they are suffering from drug abuse or that they don't care that they are abusing drugs and turn down help. Try to coax them by sharing your own experiences if you have any. Console them and make yourself seem approachable. For example, do not scold your teen by saying that you can't help them unless they tell you what's going on in their lives. Their drug abuse, their insecurities, talk to them and reach out as much as possible. Tell your children how much you care about them. Teach them the consequences of drug abuse and how your teen's actions will affect you. Stay calm and composed, since your behavior will affect the teens as well. As punishment, try revoking privileges. Never resort to force as punishment. If you use drugs, be ready to discuss your own drug use. Maybe prescribed medicinal drugs and how that's different from illegal drugs. Think how you'll respond if your teen asks about your own drug use. If you chose not to use drugs, explain why. If you did use drugs, share what the experiences taught you and what it could teach your child, leading them to the right path.
This is the end of our video. Thank you for listening in to our video and helping be a bigger part of the solution of this problem called teenage drug abuse. We'd also like to give special thanks to representatives over at Kelly Support Group that have helped us with our interview with several people. We hope that you will take our advice to heart, and if you ever see someone in distress, please think back on what you've learned today and use it to save a life.